There is a heartbreaking silence that lives in some homes. It's the silence of a dog who wants to be good, but doesn't know how to feel safe. You look at the shredded curtains, the snapped growl when you get too close, or the way they bolt under the bed when a guest walks in. And you might think to yourself, maybe I just have a bad dog. But what if I told you that bad is a human concept? In the canine world, there is no malice. There is no revenge. There is only survival. Today, we aren't just looking at behavior. We are looking into the soul. This is for the owners who feel like they're failing and for the dogs who are tired of being afraid. Welcome to Dog Foundry. Sign 1. The yawn of anxiety. Have you ever corrected your dog for something small, only for them to look away and let out a long, exaggerated yawn? In our world, a yawn means boredom. But in theirs, it's a displacement behavior. Think of it like a human biting their nails or pacing the floor during a high-stakes interview. Your dog isn't being cheeky or rude. They are literally trying to yawn away the cortisol, the stress hormone that is flooding their tiny heart. Their brain is screaming, and this yawn is the only valve they have to let the pressure out. When you see this, they aren't ignoring your command. They are trying to stay calm enough to hear it. Next time you see that yawn, don't get louder. Take a breath. They are trying their best to stay with you. Sign 2. The whale eye. Then there is the whale eye. It's that chilling moment where a dog keeps their head frozen, but follows your every move with their eyes until the whites show. To a frustrated owner, it looks like a dirty look. It feels like defiance. But psychologically, this is hypervigilance. It is the silent scream of a creature that is terrified of what happens next. They aren't being dominant or possessive. They are so backed into a corner, even if that corner is only in their mind, that they cannot afford to blink. They are tracking your hands, your shadow, your energy. If your dog does this, they aren't guarding a toy. They are guarding their life. They don't need a firmer hand. They need to know that your hand is a safe place to land. Sign 3. The hidden lean. Sometimes fear doesn't look like running away. Sometimes it looks like Velcro. We've all seen it. The dog that leans their entire body weight against your shins when you're out in public or when a stranger enters the room. You might think it's just affection, but it's actually something much deeper. They are using you as a physical anchor. In a world that feels like it's spinning out of control, full of loud cars and scary smells, your touch is the only thing that feels real. They are literally grounding themselves through you. A bad dog is independent and reckless. An afraid dog is a soul looking for a lighthouse. In that moment, you aren't just their owner. You are their safety. Don't push them away. Be the anchor they think you are. Sign 4. The refusal to eat. One of the most common signs of a stubborn dog is the one who refuses a treat during a walk. You offer their favorite snack, and they turn their head away. You think, he's being difficult again. But let's look at the biology. When a dog or a human enters fight or flight mode, the brain sends a signal to shut down the digestive system. Why? Because you don't need to digest a snack if you're fighting for your life. If your dog won't take a piece of steak from your hand, it's because their nervous system is paralyzed. They aren't turning their nose up at your gift. They are telling you that their environment feels like a war zone. They can't eat because they are too busy trying to survive. Sign 5. The sudden zoomies. We love the zoomies. We think of them as pure, unadulterated joy. But have you ever seen your dog go frantic right after a stressful event? Maybe after a bath or after a loud guest leaves. This is a frenetic random activity period. It isn't joy, it's a chemical dump. Their body has been holding onto so much adrenaline and fear energy that they have to run, spin, and nip just to keep from exploding. If your dog starts acting crazy after a tense moment, they aren't being disobedient. They are shaking off the ghost of the fear they just felt. They are trying to find their way back to neutral. Help them find that path, don't block it. Sign 6. The paw lift. Look at their front paw, just one, hovering an inch off the ground. It's often mistaken for a point or a trick they forgot to finish. But when you see that paw lift combined with a lowered head, that is the moment of the great conflict. Their heart wants to move toward you, but their fear is pulling them back. It is a sign of deep uncertainty. They are frozen. They are asking, is it safe? Can I trust this moment? When you see that paw hover, it's the most important second of your day. It's the moment they need a leader who speaks in whispers, not a boss who speaks in shouts. Sign 7. The lip lick. And finally, the flick of the tongue. That quick, repetitive licking of the lips when there is no food in sight. To us, it's a tiny movement. To them, it's a white flag of surrender. In the language of the pack, this is an appeasement signal. They are literally saying, "I am not a threat. Please, don't be a threat to me." If your dog licks their lips when you approach them with a frustrated voice, they aren't being dismissive. They are begging for peace. They are trying to forage for a connection in a moment where they feel completely lost. They are asking for a bridge of mercy, not a wall of anger. There is no such thing as a bad dog. There are only dogs who have lost their voice, and owners who haven't learned to listen. When we stop taking their fear as a personal insult, the foundry of our bond begins to truly glow. You are not failing them. The fact that you are here, seeking to understand, means you are already the hero they need. So look at your dog tonight, not with the eyes of a judge, but with the heart of a friend. Tell us your story in the comments. When did you realize your dog wasn't bad, but just misunderstood? Let's build a world of better bonds together. Like, subscribe, and stay with us, because every dog is a masterpiece in progress. This is Dog Foundry.